Uh, in this question, I wrote the unit price of the products to be entered into the array called unit price. Then I entered the number of each product by taking input from the user. In order to find the total price of all products, I set the variable sum outside of the loop and summed them inside the loop. For this, I multiplied unit price and quantity. Finally, I printed the answer in the format requested from us. In this question, first, I created a method called addCharacters to assign the letters of the string expression to the character array I created. Next, I created a method called extraBlank that checks for space in the expression we entered. This method will return us true if at least two spaces are next to each other, and false if not. Finally, I created a method called removeExtraBlank to remove space from string expression. This method will return us as a result if there is a space in the expression. Otherwise, it will return a null value. It's empty. This method does what it does. It first takes non-white space characters to remove extra space from sentence. This was our first condition. But the important thing here is there a space after the letter or not? If there is a space after the letter, we add the letter first and then the space. If there is no space after the letter, we just add the letter and we run them in the main method, as we can see. In order to find the mean in this question, it's first necessary to find the given numbers. That is why I defined a variable called sum. Then I set up a while loop to sum these numbers, each in the loop. I included the number in the total. Then I defined a variable called average. Since the average is the division of the total by the number of elements, I wrote it this way. And finally, I wrote the result in the format requested from us. In this rest of the process, I set up the paths to iterate to show the divisions. Since division is different from the mean for each element, I have shown them here as well. Finally, in this question, we are asked to find variation. To find the variation, we need to find the mean of the given number as we did in the previous question. Once we found it, we sum the squares of the deflection of each element. For this, I created a variable called new sum. Next, we will divide the total result we found by the number of elements. Finally, by taking the square root of this result, we will find the variation of the numbers given in the array.